Alright, welcome back everybody. Aesop Grim here. This is the continuation of our Endless Space 2 tutorial. And it is the tutorial that we're playing. I'm not giving a tutorial. I don't know this game. I'm learning it. So, here we go. Are we able to end turn? I don't remember if I stopped on that. Let me check my ships. I guess I could do this. And, that's the pirates. I don't understand what I'm looking at. First scavenging pirates, they should not be under my control. Defending fleets. Owner, your empire. Okay, well. I guess they were renamed. Oh, now they're qualified as a shuttle? I thought they were called an explorer before. Is this their fleet? Oh, I think it is. Here's our exploration vessel, and it doesn't have anything. Oh, snap. Okay, so I want these guys to go back, basically. How much naval power do they have? How can we tell that? Role attacker, size small, level rookie, experience 4 of 20. 100 of 100 on what? Oh, I just realized I didn't start my timer. There we go. This is that minor factions fleet. I think that's the crew. Projectile energy balance. They're meant for short range. And I think that 43 is a score for their offensive firepower. And 127 is a score for their defense. And then the graph visually shows that they are skewed more towards projectiles than they are energy. And maybe that is for both defense and offense. So defensively, they're plate. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. It just gives you sort of an overall look. Okay. Well, at any rate, this ship right here is out of moves. And if I click up here, everybody that can be building something is building something. Looks like we're going to be done with this Corvette next turn. So we will click end turn. Okay, we have completed multi-thread management, giving us access to intergalactic supermarkets and accelerated production. Using techniques of management, logistics, parallelization, and brute force. Production of almost anything can be accelerated to meet a quicker deadline, but that comes at a cost. Enables the use of dust to immediately complete anything in the construction queue. Okay, dust buyout. I get it. Makes sense. What are we going to choose next? All right, well, we're into tier 2 on science, where we're now just now entering into tier 2 on industry. We are into tier 2 over here on the influence side. What is this called? Empire development. We should go tier 2 for military, I think. Let me see what we got here. The trouble with high strength magnetic fields, aside of course from the enormous efforts needed to create them, is that they play havoc with any nearby electrons. Actually, I should just be looking at what it grants. 750 damage done to it. We'll read the ones that we pick, but let's just shorten the process a little. 750 damage done to attacker during ground battle. That's a lot. This would be for defense. Plus 250 defense army capacity, plus 150 manpower deployment limit. Okay. this one here, plus 100 manpower deployment limit on Empire, plus 1 combat point per hull type on Empire. Over here, kinetic enhancer and A2S titanium slugs. Unstable isotope. Plus 250, I think that's defense army capacity. I believe that's what that symbol means. Plus 100 manpower deployment limit. Negative 20% probability to destroy improvements. Negative 20% probability to kill population. So these are mostly defense oriented, it seems, which I don't think I need right now. Maybe I would grab this one. Coordinated command. And mobile energy weapons. Unlock armored units for ground battle. That seems at least useful. Let's go with this. It will take 4 turns. We gained another population of Imperials in Doucet. And our hero has leveled up. Excellent. Assigned skills. More dust management, or more dust. Plus 10 dust on per sterile on system, and plus 10 dust on systems in general. Plus 5% industry on system if we look over here. Okay. Check. Done with that. So he's reached level 3. We're completed with the Tiger Corvette, and now we are building the last one, the Tortoise Corvette. And then that fleet will be done and we can go take care of those pirates. Research complete into multi-thread management, and now we are researching autonomous construction. Okay. This fleet can move to here. Is it Dill that I didn't look at because I accidentally clicked out of it? Medium forest. Oh shoot, I was supposed to come back here and get these, and I just passed it again. Okay. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Also, this guy will have to complete going through the pipeline. Heracles. These stars have a good chance of harboring hot planets. Heracles 1, large, toxic, inhospitable. Okay. What do we have here? 20% of the galaxy explored. You have explored 20% of the galaxy. There's still a long way to go. Well, that's cool. I've never seen that before. All right. You will now come back to your system. And we will end turn. Oh, we discovered the Academy. The system where the Academy is located has been discovered. Accomplished heroes from many races will soon begin appearing in your empire. Open the hero management screen to learn more. The Academy has been discovered in the Laran system. Famous as the center of training for all heroes, you hear that it is run by a Vadyani dissident and a few of his followers called Pathfinders. Cooperative quest complete. Rumors of an academy. It would be good to know the truth of all this. It would be good if your ships were the first to make formal contact with it and meet its leader, shrouded in mystery. They are as few in number as they are great in power, the heroes of the galaxy. They learned their skills at a place simply referred to as the Academy. Be the first to find this place, and some of its secrets will certainly be yours. Another empire has discovered the location of the Academy. This quest is no longer relevant. Oh man, I thought it was us. First unknown empire. Doggone it. Even though the objective has been fulfilled, your participation is too low for you to deserve any reward. Well, rats. I was excited there for a second. You guys need to get back here. And Laron. Harrow, unique planet medium destroyed the Academy. So it orbits a destroyed planet. Laron 1, tiny snow, permanent monsoon anomaly. Laron 3, huge barren, inhospitable. Laron 4, huge gas frozen, inhospitable. Interesting. And since we're here, we can check the anomalies. Expedition successful on Harrow. Your analysis of the ruins on planet Harrow was successful. We have discovered Hyperion. I think we already knew about Hyperion, but we know now that Hyperion is here. And we have Red Sang, which has health effects. Okay. You can now go back this way. It looks like we have reached the end nodes of the entire Serpens system. Meaning we have to be able to cross into the actual crystalline sea. We can't use these starlings anymore. We need, unless there's something coming out of Talitha. And that is a certain technology. I'll have to find it. I don't remember where it's at. Okay, we're still looks like we're at -5 on our dust. Military upkeep is what's costing us the money. Drone networks are completed in Asulo, and now we're working on cerebral reality. Marketplace. Speculators dumping super spuds. Less than 10 super spuds and a high price has led to profiteers selling off stock. I wonder what that effect will be. Latest political survey shows 27% industrialists, 18% ecologists. We're fairly well balanced, it looks like, with industrialists still with the lion's share. It appears that the industrialist political party is in the lead, but who knows what might happen on election day. Okay, we're not ready to move here yet. We're waiting on the last Corvette. Oh, I think I just commanded everybody to move. Okay, well that's cool too. Click to order all fleets to execute their planned moves. Oh yes, that is cool. I had forgotten about that. Population boost ended for the Imperials. The boost to increase the chance that the Imperials' population will increase has come to an end. So we got 2 pops out of that. And it looks like we completed the tortoise. So Doucet needs maybe an intergalactic supermarket would work. We're starting to get into the overpopulation area here. This is going to take 17 turns. That's a lot. All right. Can I select all of you and turn you into a fleet? Yes. So this fleet, the 2nd Patriots Navy, which looks like it actually has room for 2 more if I wanted to, can move out for the Talitha system. It'll be there in 5 turns. Uh-oh. I do not know if I can handle this or not. As leader of an entire civilization, when it comes to battle, your role is a strategic one. Here you can choose a battle tactic and compare the strength of your fleet against the enemies. Click on the advanced button to learn more. A battle is about to start against pirates at Dill. It looks like we both have 1 command point. I don't know if that is equal to combat points or not. And if we move to advanced, welcome to the advanced battle setup. Your battle command HQ. Here you will manage your fleet, select your tactics, and hopefully outfox your opponent. First off, it's always good to know the physical effects of the theater where the battle is taking place. Some theaters, like asteroid fields, can make a huge difference to your strategy. Once you've established the effects of the theater, the next thing to do is to analyze your fleet's strengths and weaknesses against your enemies. Click on one of the 4 statistics icons to learn more. Okay, well first, how do we find out about the theater? No effects. Effects applied to all ships in the theater. Okay. So now we're going to click on, I guess this. Maybe this. All right, pay attention. Observe the central panel as you click on each statistic in turn. All right, this is the central panel. The first stat on the list gives you an overview of your ship's trajectories. We'll come back to this later. The second concerns the relative strengths of your combined offensive and defensive military power against the enemies, while the third focuses on the strength and type of the 2 fleets. The 2 fleets' weapons. The final stat examines the effectiveness of their weapons at the 3 different ranges, short, medium, and long. Okay, so the first stat on the list gives you an overview of your ship's trajectories. We'll come back to this later. That's this one. We don't have any flanking ships, so we're really just this one right here. And it is set right now to take this trajectory. But we'll come back to that one, is what it's saying. The second concerns the relative strengths of your combined offensive and defensive military power against the enemies. So we are blue. This diagram shows the balance of power between the 2 opposing fleets. I kind of assume we are blue. I think we are. And then they are gray. So we're, on paper, we're stronger than they are. And the third focuses on the strength and type of the 2 fleets' weapons. So we are mostly kinetic. I keep saying kinetic, projectile. We're mostly projectile. The thickness of the gauge shows the quantity of projectile damage as compared to the energy diagram. So here's the projectile diagram, here's the energy. You can see they are focused on energy. We are focused on projectile. And then it mentions about the thickness of the band. Thickness of the gauge. Well, I mean, this one kind of looks bigger, but it's also closer to us. Do they mean the thickness of this ring? It might be saying that they're stronger than we are. I'm a little uncertain. The lines are in the same place for each. Okay, the final stat examines the effectiveness of their weapons at the 3 different ranges: short, medium, and long. And when it says there, I think it's talking about both fleets. So this is the short range. We are stronger in short range. They are stronger in medium, and they are way stronger in long range. So for 2 of the 3 phases, they're going to outgun us. We need to get in close, and we need to get in close fast. Note that the thicker the band of color, the more pertinent the information. For example, your strongest weapon is represented by the thickest bar. Oh, it's looking up here. Which for us would be this one. No, it can't be. These cards are applying their strength bonus to these areas, respectively. That's not really reflecting us. That's reflecting what the card is going to do. Maybe these bands are what it's talking about. Note that the thicker the band of color, well, the color is out here, the more pertinent the information. For example, your strongest weapon is represented by the thickest bar. So now you're equipped with all the relevant intel. Let's issue some tactics. Click on a tactic to learn more. That's why I highlighted this. Okay, well, I'm just openly admitting I'm a little uncertain. I'm a little bit uncertain when it comes to the thickness of these bars. Okay, look, this is a very thin bar. So it's saying that we're terrible at long range. And then between these two, it is hard for me to tell the difference. Now, obviously, we have more of the ring here, but that's not thickness. Thickness has to do with this size here, and these two look pretty much the same. I guess that's a little bit bigger, maybe. And I think what it's showing us then is that, notice, they are also thin on long range, although they're better at it than we are. They're geared for medium range, I think. That's where their strong suit is at. And we're not absolutely horrible there, but they're stronger than we are. And we are terrible at long range. They're a little bit better. So they're medium and long. They're really... I'm a little surprised they should be thin here. I don't know. Yeah, see, This flotilla is optimal at medium range and has 50% compatibility with the ships. What does that mean? 50% compatibility with the ships. It looks to me like we're better at long range. Oh no, this band is thicker than this one. So we're out-muscled. They are a stronger fleet than we are. This is our primary, this is where we're good at. All right, so if I want to keep team spirit. Together, these tactics compose your tactics set. To determine the optimal tactics, you're going to need to take account of all the intel, fleet stats, theater effects, and most crucially, the anticipated move of your enemy. As you can see, altering tactics changes your ship's trajectories, which in turn will alter the likely distance between your ships and the enemies. This is vital, remember, because each weapon has an optimum range where it is most effective. Well, it looks like if we're going to win, we got to close distance, man. Plus 50% increase due to morale effect on fleet. Plus 3% damage at long range per enemy ship on ships. Plus 75% shield absorption. Now they are energy, so this might be good. Power to shields. Oh, and you can see it change right here. This flotilla is optimal at long range and has 10% compatibility with the ships. So that's not a good pick for us. It's clearly this one. Okay. You can see the maneuver changes. Both of these are meant for long range. We would maneuver this way and fire from distance. This one says charge forward, which according to the stats is exactly what we should be doing. See, it says that we're stronger than them here, but you get over to here. Maybe it's averaging these two together. I don't know, man. We're going to find out, though. Note that the flotilla composition elements are only relevant when your fleet has 5 or more command points. Oh, which we don't. For now, all your ships are grouped in the single central flotilla, and only the middle row of the chosen tactics applies. Don't fancy your chances, maybe you should retreat, although that does come with penalties. Otherwise, the only thing to do is choose whether you want to watch the battle in Glorious 3D, then click Fight. Yes, we do want to watch it. And if my assessment is correct on this, we should retreat, but I'm not going to because I want to show what the fight looks like. So we're going to click Fight. They took hard target, plus 25% long-range defense bonus against on ships. Well, that's not going to help them against us, against what we're doing. Press space or click to launch the battle. That's us. Here they are. And weapons are being deployed. Weapon platforms. And you can see we're getting marked up. Oof. I don't think we're doing very much damage. Our ship looks beat up. We're missing a lot of shots also. They're not giving me very many views on the enemy ship, so I can't really assess. Well, they're pretty scored up too. You can see the graphs changing down here. I think this maybe is, oh, well, this is the time of the fight. This is maybe who the battle is favoring right now. Oh, you can slow and speed up the battle. That sounds bad. You can see a lot of scoring on our ship. It doesn't look to me like we're trying to close distance very much. It looks like it's favoring us, but we're gonna find out. Nobody died. We didn't have enough damage against one another. Well, we ended in a draw. I have not ever seen that. Victorious or defeated, the fighting is over. Ships that have survived the battle will gain experience, perhaps even level up. Ships that didn't make it, well, all that remains of them is 100,000 pieces of plasma metal and bone tumbling through space, a warning to all. Better luck next time if that's the case. Okay, we finished in a draw. They seem to have more health left than we do. So we can look at the advanced screen. This screen gives you more detailed information about the battle that just occurred. Firstly, the fleet state. Faded ships represent destroyed ships. Bright ones represent those still standing. Hover over individual ships, your own or your enemies, to see their specific state. I don't see... I guess here. Damage caused by your weapons, your kinetic weapons, 1,607. Kinetic weapons are more effective against shields. And we missed 33 shots. Missed shots don't do damage. You missed your enemy because your weapons were not at their optimal range or due to their ships' evasive maneuvers. And well, let's look at theirs. Damage received from their laser weapons was 1,610, including 158 critical. So they did slightly more damage than we did. It's still 1610 versus 1607. It's pretty much a dead even. I don't know what this indicates right here. This part right here is the critical. 158 of the 1,610 was critical. Okay, that bright white area. In phase 1, the flotillas 2 were at medium range during phase 1. I think that should say 2 flotillas were at medium range during phase 1. Damage repartition 498 versus 0. Damage received or damage delivered. The flotillas, 2 flotillas were at medium range during phase 2. 498 versus 0. Yeah, see, we never even got into short range. I'm not sure why. I don't get that. 609 versus 0. I'm not really sure how to read this either. I'm a little uncertain. Okay, well. Secondly, you can see the damage inflicted and taken per category: kinetic, laser, beam, and missile if present. Activating the Show Miss Shots toggle will give you information about both sides' accuracy of fire, which is largely dependent on the weapon's optimal ranges. Learn more detail by hovering over the individual segments. Okay. Well, we're done. And I don't know if we're going to fight again next turn or not. These guys have spent all their movement points Primus needs to be producing something. We need to be building something. What are we going to do? Let's put up cerebral reality to try and fix this dust deficit. Oh, it's only going to take 2 turns. Nice. Okay, and then I think that's everything we needed for this one. We'll save game. And again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope all is well in your area of the world, and I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues.